One, reaching one, reaching one, reaching one.
And so it brings an energy and a passion and just an excitement into the fellowship that would not be there unless we were focused on winning at least one person to Christ.
It really helped our church in the area of baptisms. We had one of our greatest years ever in baptism, and in the next couple of years that continued.
Everybody seemed to get excited about having a one. In fact, now people still talk about their one. They still talk about it.
I really believe the OneFocus is going to be the catalyst that makes a difference in our community.
The OneFocus has, first of all, helped our staff to become unified and to have clarity about what it is that we're to be doing.
And it just kind of gave us a unity and an alignment, and had us all pulling in the same directions.
And I found that when the staff knows where they're going, then the church knows where it's going.
I believe that the OneFocus initiative is the greatest evangelistic tool that I have ever seen or ever been a part of. You know, I served at First West Monroe for 19 years. Most of that time I was the executive pastor, but my last 2 years there was the greatest evangelistic period in the history of our church. We saw more people saved and baptized in that 2-year period than any time in the history of our church. And you know what? We did not even have a senior pastor. But not only is the OneFocus a great evangelistic tool, it also is a great discipleship opportunity for your church, because we saw during that time our giving actually increased significantly, not to mention how many more people stepped up to volunteer during that time. You know what? I believe that the OneFocus can work in your church, and we would love the opportunity to partner with you, to come alongside you to implement the OneFocus initiative into your church. And you will see the kingdom of God expand because of the work that you do implementing the OneFocus into your church.
The thing that surprised me most about OneFocus was its simplicity. It really just takes you back to how they did it in the Bible.
The concept's perfect. In fact, you could almost call it NT, New Testament. I can understand one. Big things complicate me, but one I can get.
The OneFocus is not a program. It's an initiative. Programs start and they end. They're over. They're through. They're out of the church. The OneFocus is the changing of a lifestyle. It's a new culture within your church. It's a new life of evangelism that keeps on and keeps on. So we call the OneFocus Initiative. It's the beginning of a new way in your church. The OneFocus is really very simple. It's just showing the love of Christ in your life on a daily basis. It's going to your friends, the unchurched, the unsaved, people that don't have a relationship, and by demonstrating your relationship, showing who Christ is in your life.
A church can do the OneFocus themselves, but most of the time pastors are so busy. Let's face it, we need a game plan.
Life Catalyst now provides resources, and that come in a great package set. I mean, it's very attractive material. It gives you everything that you need to be successful at implementing one, ideas on worship experiences and evangelistic messages, tools that you can use to train your church family. And so it's a really comprehensive plan.
And so Life Catalyst helps us with the coaching, but also with the materials that take us by the hand and to say, here's a specific way you can get from point A to point B.
The OneFocus package includes these key elements. It starts with leadership, so we will provide a OneFocus coach. And initially, I'll be working with you and your church as a coach, and also Dr. Mike Walker will be working as a coach for your church. We'll be providing insight and information all along the way. There will also be training events that we'll have an opportunity to meet you, and we'll walk through all the details of implementing the OneFocus initiative in your church. We're very excited about us launching our brand new website that you can find at onefocus.com. That will serve as the hub for your church where you can get all the important information about OneFocus. Next, you'll receive 2 OneFocus manuals. This gives you all the details of all the key parts of the OneFocus initiative. As you know, communication is so important, and that's why we want to make sure we keep you informed as you walk through the OneFocus initiative. And we're going to do that on a weekly basis with our e-newsletter that keeps you informed of all the key steps every week for the OneFocus initiative. We will also be bringing you a live video podcast where you can participate, information and inspiration, and you can share with us any of the questions that you may have. It will be a 30-minute training live video, and we really encourage you and your staff to make this a priority during this OneFocus. Another one of the critical elements is having your OneFocus initiative with the proper branding and printing, and we do provide that for you. There is an additional charge for it, but we've taken out all the guesswork and all the creative is already done for you, and it's provided as part of our OneFocus initiative.
We had a record number of baptisms over a 2-year period during the OneFocus.
We're able to baptize more people as a church than we had ever done historically.
We've already seen those baptisms double, and we really feel in a certain time period we're going to see those baptisms triple.
I had the privilege of being one of the originators of the OneFocus. I knew it wouldn't end with that church. I want you to know that we're going to be there with you to see this through. We're going to have coaching, podcasts, newsletters, everything you need to make it easy. We're going to partner with you on the OneFocus, and we will succeed.
You've heard several of these success stories. You've heard what God has done in these churches. I want you to know, I believe that we could be talking about your church. I want to encourage you to consider partnering with us in being a part of the OneFocus movement. I believe that you'll see God do some incredible things in your church. Now, you've heard from us. Now we want to hear from you. Please join the OneFocus movement.
If I had to do it all over again, I would definitely sign on to the OneFocus.
I believe every church should commit to OneFocus as a part of their evangelistic ministry and outreach ministry.
It brings unity to a church family. It brings a sense of excitement.
I think if you're a Great Commission church, you ought to commit to the OneFocus.
I highly recommend being a part of the OneFocus for you individually, but then for your church.
And now it's time to say, have we got enough gumption, spiritual conviction, and fervor to be committed to reach one person for Christ and lead others to reach one person for Christ until the whole world knows? I believe you'll be blessed if you'll focus on just one.